Spano with 93 Rock. Welcome to the Mayhem Festival 2010.
Who are you here to see?
Rob Zombie.
Hey, this is Rob Zombie, and you're watching Spano Vision on 93rock.com.
Spano from 93 Rock, bringing you Spano Vision here, MayhemFest 2010, Cruising Amphitheater, West Palm Beach. The dead man himself, Mr. Rob Zombie. How you doing, man?
I am doing quite well. It was never a big deal, it turned into a big deal, and now it's no deal at all. I hate even talking about it because everyone turns a nothing thing into something. Things are weird, and everybody knows that. That's no great statement. You know, the concert business is the only thing that I can rely on, really. I mean, that's the same, the one constant. The record business, I mean, the record label's dead, they're screwed. You kind of make CDs for your few fans that buy them. Most people steal them with no remorse, and you know, eventually it just starts cannibalizing itself because you try to figure out what, you just can't spend the money you used to spend making things because you go, it's a money-losing project now because I know I'll spend all this money, someone just steals it. So it's tricky. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I had always done a song about every movie I had done for a long time, just because I think what was happening was, you know, I'd go off do a movie and then I'd go make a record, and because of that, it was just hard to get it out of my head because you just spend so much time on a movie, you know, a year or two sometimes, that it's really hard to get rid of it out of your mind. So I'd always do a song, and I hadn't done one for the Halloween movies because it just didn't. Time was right, I just didn't feel like it, but this time me and John had written some music that kind of had that vibe, and it just sort of segued into that.
So it gives you sort of closure to your project.
Yeah, it's always kind of fun. I mean, I didn't realize until I really thought about it, that was the only series of films I hadn't done that with. I'd done it with literally everything else, so I thought, like, why not? It's better now than ever, and it, you know, as anyone will see tonight, we will go out there and kick ass harder than ever. You know, it's never routine. I know some people you see as bands hang around a long time, sometimes you can look at them and go like, wow, they look bored, they look like they don't give a shit. And that's not how we are. We're too competitive and we're too psychotic. We beat ourselves up severely every night about everything. And I don't know, I've always felt a really strong obligation to the audience that it has to be great, it has to be a big show, you have to give them everything. Probably one of the biggest shows we've ever dragged out, just because there's so many changes. You know, if we were headlining all by ourselves, it would be a little easier, but you know, with all these bands, you have a very specific time constraint, so you can't go over, so it moves like clockwork every night. It's almost like a Broadway production, getting on and off and things boom, 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 boom. So yeah, it's insane.
Come on!
I do not get out and do anything anywhere, ever, when I'm on tour. I don't like doing anything when I'm on tour except tour stuff. I never go sightseeing, I never want to do anything. I don't even want to go to restaurants. I pretty much stay on the bus, stay in the dressing room, go to the stage. I like staying in work mode. Well, I've only seen the early, I mean, they're building it now. I've seen some early production stuff. It's pretty amazing. They're doing a lot of work on it. It's much more elaborate than I thought it was going to be. What they're really doing, you know, at Universal Studios Hollywood, I think they do it in Orlando too, but we're just doing this one in Hollywood. They build these giant mazes every Halloween, and this one's based on House of a Thousand Corpses. So you kind of, it's almost like you go through the movie. There'll be like the murder ride and Captain Spaulding's and Dr. Satan's and all this stuff, and the house, and you know, they're doing full makeups on everybody and full things, so it's pretty elaborate. And then they're painting the sets. I don't know, hopefully people can get through it, but they're painting all the sets in 3D, so when you have the glasses and you go through, like, it's not already 3D. I mean, the world is 3D.
Will one lucky winner get to be transformed into Fish Boy?
I don't know. Do we have any lucky, would that be a lucky winner or an unlucky winner? I always figured that longevity is, I always attribute it to two things. You just always did what you wanted to do. Because as soon as you see people that are trend jumping and trying to guess what's hip and happening, their career's usually over immediately because they're always behind the trend. So I've always just done whatever I liked to do. And the other thing kind of goes back to your other question, just if you're always trying to deliver the goods, people never feel cheated. And I think, but that's it. I mean, sometimes we do shows like this show, where I'm like, I don't care if I make money on this tour. I just want it to be crazy big. And I think that keeps people coming back. I mean, I have a lot of projects. I mean, the main thing right now is we have a lot of touring for the rest of the year. But, I have another movie project I'll start.
Is it The Blob?
No, it's something that no one's ever heard of that I haven't.
Can you break the news here on Spano Vision?
Negative.
Ah.
I'll be announcing it in a couple weeks. But it's something I've never talked about. So it's not The Blob, it's not Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's not anything. I think I could eat pizza every day, 3 times a day. And I have for many years. The thing is, I'm never really that proud of anything. That's what kind of drives me. I never sit back and celebrate anything. I'm always about, well, next time will be the one. I think that's what drives me. No matter what it is. Like some people frame everything they get. Oh, I'm on the cover of Rolling Stone, I gotta frame it. I never do any of that stuff because I'm always worried about as soon as something is, like I would think like, okay, I had a #1 movie with Halloween and it was a record-breaking movie. But that was the weekend I fell into this deep depression about what's next. I will say they're both cool. The Michael mask and the Michael character is better. The Jason character, I always thought the mask looked cool, and I always thought the character looked cool, but I never liked the movies. They were never any good. That movie About a Boy was good. Is that a chick flick though? Remember with Hugh Grant? Well, I don't intend on dying. I actually feel that by the time I'm ready to die, they will have the technology to remove my head and mount it on some sort of robotic creature so I can keep touring.